Hello, my viewers. Thank you for the patience and waiting for this particular tutorial to be out. Now it is out, and I hope you will learn and you'll be able to make it all by yourself. Here it is. Good day once again. I welcome you to my channel. If you have been following and you have been watching and you have been learning from my channel, welcome once again. And if you are a new member, new person watching for the first time, I welcome you also once again. I believe that you will learn, you will understand as we go on with the. So now for that beautiful lovely cap you're seeing, the material needed, I'm using a shining polo. I don't know whatever they call it in your own place. We call it here shining polo. Then what I actually use is just the fabric, my tape rule, chalk, and my scissors. That's all I use. So as you can see, I've already cut out the fabric I'll be using, and this fabric is actually for the body of the cap. This is for the body of the cap. Then I do 24 and a half, 24 by 15. I don't know how is the short. So I did it by 15. That's for the body of the cap. And normally the body of this type of cap is actually 12 that I usually use. But because of this design I'm doing, I'll be running a pleat just from half of the cap backward. I'll be running a pleat, maybe like 4 pleats. I'll just run like maybe 4 pleats at the back here. Then this is for the band of the cap. For the band of the cap, the hair circumference that I'll be using for this tutorial is actually 23, and that's what I'll be using for this is because I cut from the stretchy part of the cap, so I don't need to add to it. So it's a stretchy part of the cap. The body of the cap too is a stretchy part of the cap, so make sure that when you are cutting, you cut from the stretchy part of the cap. And for the design I have 2 pieces. You can see 1 and 2 pieces of cloth for the design, and the measurement of the design is 26 for the length, and for the width 14 for the, so into 2 places. Now the next thing that I'll be doing, I've told us what I want to do on the body of the cap. I'll be joining the band to it, and I said I'll be pleating at the back, some like 4 pleats at the back. So for the body of the cap, and for this I'll be doing pleats till I exhaust the cloth. If you are sewing just like this from the wrong side, just take maybe quarter, or even not up to quarter inches, you sew it down. If you cannot sew straight, you can actually take your chalk, mark it out so that you do the right thing. You can actually take your chalk, mark, maybe it is 1 inches you want to do, just do 1 inches on the wrong side of the cloth. Okay, don't forget, on the wrong side of the cloth, just mark 1 inches. If it is 2 inches, just do 2 inches, 2 inches, 2 inches, 2 inches, like that. So you roll it to the end. For this cap, I'll be doing 1 inches for the cap. So I can actually do this since it's 1 inches, and to make it faster, my ruler is just 1 inch. If you have the ruler that is just 1 inch, you can just place it over the cloth. You can place it over the cloth It will be faster that way, you know. Over the cloth. So doing the next one is just from where you were. You get it. So it's faster. If it is 2 inches you want to do and you want it to be fast, if you have 2 inches ruler, just place it. So if you have 2 inches ruler, just place it. It will be faster that way. So I'll be rolling all to the end of the fabric till I adjust the end of the fabric. Same thing I'll do to the second one too. Then I'll take it to my sewing machine and I'll pick from the wrong side. From the wrong side of the cloth, I'll pick, then sew down, pick, sew down till I finish all the lines for the 2 fabric for the design. Okay, let me go and do that on my machine. I'll come back and show us how it looks like and what we will do next. Yes, I finished sewing the cloth. You know, this is the body of the cap and I've attached the band to it. I have finished attaching the band to it. Then I told you before that I'll be pleating some parts of the ending of the cap, like this side that I pleated, the ending part of this cap. Told you that I'll be pleating it. So I run just about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pleats. The pleats can actually come down more if you want it, but for what the purpose of which I just want everything to just show equal, because by the time I'll be attaching this to this side, it will now look as if everything is just the body plates turban. Let me tell us what the length I now finally have after using it. So I finally have about 11, because I won't be counting this upper part to it. You know, I'll be sewing, I'll be cutting, I'll be cuffing it from that side. So it's not really the major place for the cap is 11. It's from the band, I join, I'll sew it down, then I'll be sewing it, then at the edge here I'll be cuffing it. I'll be doing a cuff when I get to this part. Let me use our chalk for an illustration. So after sewing from here to this part, when I get to where the pleat begins from, I will begin to cuff it. Make our cross first. So making our cross, to make our cross, the 2 pieces of cloth that we have, so we'll place one to the right side facing me. The right side, that's the fine side of the cloth, is facing me. Then the second one, I'll be doing the wrong side of the cloth facing me. Then I'll go this way, and then please take notes, this part, don't start your sewing from here, start pinning it. You know, you have to pin it down so that you can actually get it. You can pin it down from here, pin it down. You take your pin, just pin it down so that this place will not be longer than each other. All right, at the end of the day, so you can actually pin it down. Then this too, this side too, then this side also. Just pin this side down too, because we'll be sewing both up and down. Take it to our machine, we sew up and down. Then this side also, this other one, you know, this one is the one that is, the wrong side is facing us from beginning. So the wrong side, just make sure the wrong side comes together. Just make sure the wrong side comes together. Make sure the one side come together. And don't forget, this edge must be equal. The edge must be equal. Finish holding it. Then the down side too. Just take it. This and this. This and this. So we'll do the same. Now the result you get for the two is that all the fabric are on the wrong side. The wrong side, the fine side is this side. So what you do is, you know, we have already pinned it where we sew it. We sew it this way, we sew it this way, we sew this edge too. Here too, you know, just so. So now what I actually did here is I left an opening. If you check well, I did not say sew to the end. I left an opening. That opening is what I'll be using to turn it over. I'll be using the opening to turn it over to the right side. Same thing applies to this side too. I'll be using the opening to turn it over to the right side. So I'll take it to the machine and sew it, then come back and turn it over so that we see how I did the turning over to the right side. So now I finished sewing all the edges together. I actually sew this edge because I won't be doing any whipping to the cap, so that it will be inside and be neatly done. Then I finished sewing all the edges together. My machine could not get to this particular part to hold it well. I actually did a hand needle running stitches to close that place up. Then the part that I'll be turning it with, I actually left the pin there so that I can know the parts I'm turning on it. So now for the turning part of it, it's that simple. There's nothing hard about it. Just to turn it to the right side. Leave an opening, turn it to the right side. And that's it. The other side too, I remove the pin. Turn it to the right side. You can see as I'm turning it. I hope you can see. So I'm turning it to the right side. And just do all the adjustments I want to do. Any part that is not well and it's not doing well, this part, I'll take my needle, hand needle and thread. I'll use it to close it up in bits. The other part too, I just hold it a little bit. I will neatly use my needle and thread to close it up. I'll neatly use my needle and thread to close it up. I don't want to use machine, but to get to a place machine too will not go in neatly. So, and this part too. So after I finish, I'll be using this part for the front. Now I have neatly used hand and needle. You can see how neat it is. You can see how neat it is. Even the second part, you can see how neat it is. I've neatly do it well. So this will be our front part. This part will be the front part. So now what I'll be doing now is attaching this to the cloth. I'll be attaching it to the cloth that we set aside. Okay, so now this is the cloth we set aside. So this is the midpoint of it. So I'll be attaching it to the turban. You can see why we set it aside. So by the time I'll be sewing it together. So I'm done attaching the band, the band design, the cross design to the cap, as you can see. Attach it both left and right. So what I'll be doing next is this. Turn it over, and then I've done sew the band together. So I'll sew the band together, then I'll be sewing down and sewing down, then sewing to this side. So after I finish sewing to this side, then I will take my needle and thread, hand needle and thread. Then from where the design stop, I'll do a gathers to this part. I say it again. From where the design stop, I don't need to do a gathers on the design. I don't need to do a gathers on the design. So I'll just sew it down. That's all. So from where the it stops, I will now run a gathers to this particular end. Now I'm done fraying. I'm done sewing, attaching the. See what I'm trying to say? That we are not doing this gathers on this one. That's how it's going to be. Where we are doing gathers from, start from here. The gathers will not start after the design that is placed on it. So the gathers will not go and then this way. Now I'll flip it to the wrong side so that we can get it well. I've done my thread and needle and I've knot it. So this is where it starts from. So that's where I will start my running stitches from. So that's it. And I will do my tacking it down. So I trim it off. So that's all. So this is where we have the gathers. Looking rounded at the back. You can see. So this is how the parts of the back will now be. I'll put it on the mannequin. Then you'll see the final part of it. So this is it. So I'll put it on the mannequin to show you the parts of it. Thank you for going.